Do you need some drama romance in your life? Well, I have a new film for you called On Our Way that is now available to check out in select theaters and also on demand as of May 19th, courtesy of Gravitasventures. Thank you all for sending this screener over to me. The biggest question, is this film worth your time? Well, stick around and let's talk about it. A troubled young filmmaker battles a dark voice inside his head. Can a mysterious muse illuminate his way out of it? The film stars Jordana Brewster, Franco Nero, James Badge Dale, Vanessa Redgrave, Ruby Modine, Paul Ben-Victor, Michael Neeson, and Sophie Lane Curtis, and many more, and was directed by Sophie Lane Curtis as well. On Our Way, now this was the first time that I actually heard of this film getting sent the screener over. And what I can say about this film is it really deals with a very tough subject of depression and contemplating suicide. And the film, it starts off like that. It starts off very dark. And the film, the way that it is structured, is it's structured in a way of a non-linear film, going from past to present, future, back and forth, and a lot of different things are going on. And we get to learn a lot about Henry's life, about his mother, about his father, about his girlfriend, and his love life, and how he has times of happiness and times where he's really sad. And the majority of the film really focuses on that. And then it also focuses on the fact that he has a very big break on a film that he's working on. And the biggest thing that he's having a struggle with is the fact that he wants to try to get it distributed. When he gets that distribution, he starts to have a little bit of troubles. And so we get to see a little bit of how it's kind of hard to break into the film industry. And not only is it tough to really break into the industry, the person that is actually financing this film is his best friend's father. So knowing that this is his best friend's father, he feels it'll be rather easy to get this film off the ground. But the biggest dilemma he's having is actually trying to figure out how he's going to end this film. Also, the fact that we get to see these flashbacks of his girlfriend kind of whispering to him and showing him different kind of places, like they're on a beach. And I will say that the music in this film, it is very appropriate for a lot of the times in this film, as the film does go through a roller coaster of emotions. And also, I do like how the cinematography is laid out, the different locations. There's some rivers, there's some beaches, there's a lot of different colors also that's in this film, which I did appreciate as well. I think from the way that this film is made, it's made very well. But I think as far as like negatives for this film, the way that the film is structured, some people will have a problem with. I did feel like the film was very interesting. I did like the flashbacks back and forth, past, present. I'm okay with that, but there were times where I could see it gets very jumbled. It can be kind of messy. It can be kind of hard for the audience to really gather what is actually going on or what part of the story we're actually at. So if I'm giving negatives, I would say that's probably the hardest part about this film, and the fact that this is a debut film. That struggle of the writing on that portion, you can definitely see it at parts of the film, but I think overall the film, it's very well made. I think the acting is pretty good for the most part, and I think the story, what they're trying to tell, it's a powerful enough story to where you can feel invested in the characters. Now, while the film, it does actually capitalize on a lot of the drama that is intensified in the film, and also going back to childhood interferences that happen to our main character Henry, he does have a roadblock in the way, and that's his girlfriend. And so this girl is a roadblock into him trying to follow his dreams, but at the same time he keeps thinking about this girl all the time, and the fact that he has all these tragedies that happen within his family. She means a lot to him. I wouldn't say that the romance here is the strongest aspect of this film. I think the strongest aspect of this film is the fact that we're following Henry here and all this drama that is happening around him. That's what really makes the film really build up to its climax. And so when the climax actually happens, I would say for certain people, they may not really like how this film ends, and I can completely understand that. And the fact that it's in a non-linear actual equation of how they actually film this, I can really understand where people would feel kind of mixed about this. Maybe feel like the film's okay, maybe it's just too much. But I actually enjoyed this film. I wouldn't say it's a perfect film by any means. It's a solid debut for someone that is just getting into filmmaking and is transitioning from acting to behind the camera. So I have to say I give props to the director here. So as far as the score for this film, I would give it a 3 out of 5. Have you guys heard of this film? Are you interested in checking it out? And if you haven't checked out this film, or if you haven't heard of it before, is it something that you would like to check out? Thank you guys for checking out this review, and I will see you guys on my next review.